Hi and welcome, my name is Becky and today your lesson is all about the car's controls. Let's get started. Okay, so welcome to LPod Academy. If you follow the link on the screen, you'll be able to find this free 52-page learner manual that you can download and print off to help with your driving lessons and your intensive driving course. The details are on the screen. You can find a mock exam and a working diary, and in the back there is assessment sheets. Okay, in this lesson, some useful tools which will aid you are some videos. Of course, this one here that we're making at LPod Academy. You can read some articles, you can take some notes, you can look at lots of images, refer back to the highway code, and of course, these lessons are to aid your driving lessons, so of course lots of patience and practice whilst learning them. Car's controls. When it comes to learning to drive, it is very important to become acquainted with the car's controls. You need to learn and become familiar with all of the car's hand controls, foot controls and ancillary controls. For each of the major set of controls, you should learn what they are, where they are, why we have them and how to use them. Hand controls the steering wheel. The steering wheel enables you to manoeuvre the car to turn corners to the left and the right. When steering, you should place your hands in the 10 to 2 position with your palms on the outside of the steering wheel. You should not cross your hands over, as this could impact your control of the car. Although sometimes crossing arms does happen, the most important thing to remember is to not lose control of the car. You should feed the wheel between your hands when you're steering and avoid crossing your hands over. You should keep your palms on the outside of the steering wheel, and you should make sure that you can reach the steering wheel and your hands can freely move around it. The gears. All cars have gears, even automatic transmission cars. Gears are in place to control the car's ability to increase speed. Each gear restricts the car's use of speed, which in turn helps to keep the car safe and in control. The driver has to physically change gear to allow the engine to increase its speed. This enables the engine to control the speed of the car, which is a lot safer. Most cars have 5 gears and some cars have 6 gears. Each gear has a restricted speed, which means that you have to physically change gear by putting the clutch down to enable the car to travel faster. To change gear, you should use the palming technique when changing. This technique allows you to change gear more accurately and disencourages the wrong gear selection. Become familiar with the gear lever and the clutch biting point. Hand controls and the indicators. Direction indicators are used to help communicate with other road users our intention of turning left or right at junctions, roundabouts and crossroads. Indicators are the primary source of communication when dealing with other road users. It is really important to understand the use of indicators and signals, and to plan when it is necessary to signal, the timing of the signal and to signal correctly. You should only ever signal to other road users once you have assessed the road conditions prior to turning left or right, or before you plan to undertake a certain manoeuvre, which requires an indication such as changing lanes. To signal correctly, you should always signal left if you're going left, and you should always signal right if you're moving to the right. You should always cancel the indicator after you have completed your manoeuvre. Hand controls and the parking brake. The parking brake or the handbrake is located in the centre of the car. In some instances, modern cars may have a button type handbrake. Handbrakes or parking brakes should be used when waiting for long periods of time, i.e. at traffic lights, when parked and in heavy traffic. When you put the parking brake on, a cable beneath the car tightens to hold the car in place. It is much more safer than to rely on the foot brake when in traffic. When putting on the parking brake, you should push the button in and raise the brake to the level you require. When taking the parking brake off, you should lift the brake off the teeth and push the button in to lower the parking brake down. If the parking brake is left on, you will see a light on the car's dash. When driving, this light must not be on. controls, the gas pedal. There are 3 foot controls in the car. Each pedal has a separate use. The accelerator pedal, or the gas pedal as it is known, is to maintain and increase the car's speed. To use the gas pedal, you should always use your right foot. When using the gas, it is very important that you apply gentle pressure to the gas pedal. The gas pedal itself is very sensitive, and if you apply heavy pressure, the car will accelerate too quickly. When using the gas pedal, it is important to become acquainted with the rev counter, as this will inform you of the car's engine activity. You can use this gauge to determine how much gas you may need, or when to change gear. If you have high revs, for example 3000 RPMs, you may need to change up a gear or ease off the accelerator to reduce the speed somewhat. To become familiar with the gas pedal, you need to get out into the car and practice. Foot controls, the brake pedal. The brake pedal is the middle pedal in the car. When you apply pressure to the brakes, you should use your right foot. The same foot is used for both the gas pedal and the brake pedal. After all, you are either going or slowing. It is very important to only use a little bit of pressure when you apply pressure to the brake. Too much pressure can cause sudden braking, which could encourage rear-end accidents. When braking, you should brake progressively. You should increase the pressure continually, rather than all at once. Stamping the brake pedal can be dangerous. Your braking technique may need to change depending on the road gradient. Braking techniques vary when travelling downhill and uphill. Your driving instructor will show you the different types. Foot controls, the clutch. The clutch is the far right pedal. You should use your left foot with this pedal. It is really important not to use your right foot when using the clutch, otherwise you may get your feet tangled up. The clutch is the pedal needed to change gear, which enables the engine to increase and decrease the car's speed. When using the clutch, you should extend your leg fully so that the pedal is to the floor, and when you raise the pedal, you should lift the clutch slowly. This will allow the engine to engage the new gear smoothly so that you have a jerk-free gear change. Mastering the biting point will take some time and lots of practice. Clutch control has many benefits to you the driver, as it enables you to control the car during technical manoeuvres. The ancillary controls, the window, washers and wipers. Window wipers and washers are a fundamental safety feature to keep us safe whilst driving. It is really important to become familiar with their workings and operations. Being able to see out of the window at all times is a fundamental and paramount safety feature, and without such could result in an accident. It is important to keep the windscreen clear at all times and to not overuse the wipers when they are not needed, as the rubber could be worn. It is also important that you check the fluid levels regularly and top the screen wash if it is needed. Ancillary controls and demisters. Your car's demisters are often operated by either buttons or turn knobs. In the winter months, your front and back windows may mist up. When it is cold outside and warm inside, it is very common for the windows to mist up, preventing you from being able to see clearly. Whilst driving, it is vital that you are able to locate the controls for the demisters and to be able to clear the windows when it is necessary. The back window demister is usually controlled by a button, and the front demister is usually operated by air that blows out of the vents at the front of the car. When driving, it is vital that you clear your windows prior to reversing, emerging at junctions and starting your journey. Ancillary controls and lights. When driving at night or in low lit conditions, it is vital to use the correct lights to be able to see and to be seen by other road users. All cars have the following lights: side lights, dip headlights, rear tail lights, main beam, fog lights front and rear, hazard warning lights, reverse lights, brake lights. It is important that all lights are in good working order at all times. You should become familiar with them and use them when necessary. Please watch our video on the use of lights. The driving exam. When it comes to your driving exam, it is really important to use the hand, foot and ancillary controls accordingly. Good and proper use of these controls will ensure a satisfactory result under the control section of your driving exam. Good braking and accelerating techniques, smooth gear changes, proper steering control and the use of the parking brake will ensure no driver errors are gained during the practical exam. It is also important to independently use the window wipers, demisters and lights when necessary whilst out on your exam. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel and you can find our driving test tips email service at our website. Check out our blog at learnerpod.co.uk and find us on social media. And remember, please like, share and comment below. Until next time, take care.